This is an introductory video to Chapter 5 on managing with the control panel. We'll be looking at understanding applets, configuring administrative tools, configuring accessibility, and using important applets. A control panel is a special Windows application used to configure some aspect of the system. The control panel is a mixture of traditional applets and newer executable programs and web pages. Windows 7 ships with more than 40 control panel applets. The modern control panel is a mixture of traditional applets and newer executable programs. Applets have a .cpl extension and executables have an .exe extension. Many applets dating back to Windows 3X days use the .cpl extension. For example, ncpa.cpl is still used to configure network adapter settings. And it was used as far back as Windows 95 and Windows NT 4.0. Windows ships with at least 20 of these CPL files, as shown in the figure, which displays a directory listing from the command prompt. When you open the control panel by clicking Start and selecting Control Panel, you are presented with an interface that groups control panel operations into categories by default. This view is easiest if you know what you want to accomplish but don't know the name of the applet. The categories are Appearance and Personalization, Clock, Language and Region, Ease of Access, Hardware and Sound, Network and Internet, Programs, System and Security, and User Accounts and Family Safety. Here's what the category view looks like in the control panel. You may prefer to select from a list of individual control panel tools. You can view this by changing the view from category to either large icons or small icons. This figure shows the small icons view of the control panel. Hidden within Windows 7 is a super control panel interface that allows you to search for items and browse through all of the tools as one extended list. This interface is sometimes called God mode on the internet simply because it places so much system configuration power at your fingertips. And in order to create this, you must create a new folder, a special folder, and call it a name. So an example here is text dot and then a certain GUID that's listed here on the slide, and then you'll have access to your super control panel. Windows operating systems come with a special set of tools that have been traditionally called administrative tools. They are tools that typically require administrative privileges to operate, and they allow you to manage the system's configuration and important functionality settings. The computer management tool is used to manage the computer as its name implies. It provides access to system tools, including the task scheduler, event viewer, shared folders, local users and groups, performance, and device manager. Many of these tools are also available as direct links from the administrative tools applet. Additionally, computer management provides access to storage or disk management and services and applications. The Data Sources ODBC tool launches the ODBC Data Source Administrative Dialog, which is used to create data source names, or DSNs. A DSN is simply a data connection configuration set that can be easily accessed as a single named element. The tool also allows for the management of data source drivers. For example, you can view the installed drivers. If you must add a driver for a data source that is not listed, you should go to the data source vendor, for example, Oracle for Oracle databases, to acquire the latest ODBC driver. The Local Security Policy tool allows you to easily access the security settings for the local computer. You can configure these settings through the Local Group Policy Object, or GPO, by running gpedit.msc from the Start menu search field. However, this tool streamlines the process by showing only the security-related options. Within the Local Security Policy tool, you can configure account policies, local policies, Windows firewall policies, network list manager policies, and additional advanced policy settings. This tool is used to configure basic and advanced firewall policies. The Windows firewall is a built-in firewall included with all Windows systems starting with Windows XP. A firewall is used to filter and control the communications coming into or going out of a system. Windows Memory Diagnostic is a special boot mode that allows Windows 7 to test and report on the functionality of internal RAM. When you launch it from the Administrative Tools applet, you can choose either Restart Now and check for problems, or check for problems the next time I start my computer. And it will check your RAM for any errors and report those errors back to you. Windows 7 includes features to assist those with accessibility needs. The goal of these features is to allow as many people as possible to have a useful experience with the Windows operating system. The Default Programs applet brings together the following 4 aspects of program management: set your default programs, associate a file type or protocol with a program, change autoplay settings, set program access and computer defaults. Each of these 4 options shown in the figure provides access to important functions for default application management. From the Power Options applet as shown in the figure, you can perform any of the following actions: require a password on wake up, choose what the power button does, choose what closing the lid does for laptops, create a power plan, choose when to turn off the display, change when the computer sleeps, and select a power plan. A power plan can be backed up to a file using the command prompts power cfg command. You can use the power cfg -L command to view the GUIDs for the different installed power plans. This figure shows this command in action. In Chapter 5, you'll be learning to understand applets, configuring administrative tools, configuring accessibility, and using important applets.